this map against them. Utter confidence from them. Jemkin, not the way he was looking to start on the international stage. Sufat's arguably more acclimated. And confidently, he's taken that mid control.
Pop flash from it's his A site, anchored by multiple players.
Spike down A.
Talk about stopping power. Crazy guy hits him like a Mack truck. Why are you going to start to inch forward now? So over you two to try and light the sight, but Monjet springs out there from Gen. Why are you able to deliver? Allows Juicy to move right on up. Clear that dart. Why you was revealed. Shot dart could account for him here, and bam! That's a connection from Cushy. Drops down for a second. The Wolves will get the start they hope for on the attack side.
That category.
Yep, number two in first kills in Pacific was 85.
Man, why you though? Crucial kill on the opposite side of the map. Gets the neural theft off as well. They may just want to accelerate into this site. It's only X-Pharaoh to anchor in the back. They could overwhelm him with numbers.
He's in an awkward spot, caught the trap. Man, it was pulling it off him. Clearly not ready for that burst of pace from Wolves. That's going to crack the B side open. Monjet forced off to the right. Spring tries to hold him in places. Paranoia comes in.
Spring not going to overplay his hand either. Just stay alive. Be a presence in market that will eventually need to be dealt with. Jumkin wants to do just that. Isolate this door. It's tucked in the corner. Shot in the back.
Massively exposed. And where was the trade? RRQ was set up there over towards defense side. Spawned adequately.
Wolves do have any intention here of going towards mid. Oh wow, engagement on. Yeah, just isolate Spring.
There was a 0 point that revealed the Omen stuck in the corner. There was no escape for him. No paranoia either.
It's a critical first kill. RRQ weren't able to convert on the last round where they had a first kill. But they're going to need to do it here with this maxed out investment they have into the round.
Juicy sees it all here on the B side, opts to stick it and fight inside of it because he wants to push up and get the drop on him. And eventually the double face from RRQ will derail things. A second, Lysor picked up, Jemkin's off, finally starts to sing. And here's the RRQ we've all been told about. Soon. There was a 0 point timing there from RRQ to B main and sees nothing.
Here.
Of course, the spawning is going to have to be smoked off. Likely Jemkin is there, and he is split coming into sight. Monjet is fully committed right now on the stairs. Juicy wants to take the action to him.
Minus Fury time now. Sufat's going to let that one rip, but there's actually no one on the B side itself. All of RRQ are basically playing off of it in their entirety, and Crazy Guy got brought down.
Tough to res Monjet, who teleported away to save things, is actually able to bring Crazy Guy back on. 12 seconds. Spike needs to be planted right now. Still isn't being tapped finally from Sufat. RRQ ready to go for this man advancing. Retake pop flash over the top. Jemkin has the Blade Storm out. Ready to get active, ready to create space.
Gonna go on with the Owl drone as well. That sees nothing on Speedway. Jemkin needs to deal with these entrenched anchor players. But Juicy handles him. Monjet's starting to make some progress here, but X-Pharaoh and Crazy Guy are dealt with on the B side. Now it's just a Speedway presence for RRQ. Monjet and Cushy. First three, and they are cut down mercilessly.
Draw some attention, get some information if someone is pushed down. Not the case. Dimensional Drift and another 4 versus 5. We've seen this story before. It didn't work out on the prior. Juicy committing to the site. Tripwire. Dangerously close.
Oh, buddy, they know he's coming. Gravnet, yeah, sure, gets used over towards Boathouse, but RRQ can recover.
30 seconds
There's
left.
a TP forward. You saw that from Spring, right at the edge of that smoke. Watched by 2, but his wrap angle is not covered adequately by Cushy. X-Pharaoh has to deal with it himself. Here comes a second wave now of retakers. Still no plant.
Monjet does have a paranoia to get back in. That's a significant piece of utility for RRQ. Both dark covers used. Jemkin wants to get in here. Exchanges, gets the rifle, throws the op to Monjet.
Paranoia, Spring sees it coming and still can't stop Crazy Guy. Sufat, no, Crazy Guy is low, and it's on Monjet. Oh, just swings the right, but Sufat unaware. Trying to recon to light this one up. Sufat, the clutch that keeps the Wolves train running. What a red...
To fight this in main, he has Monjet with him. Gravnet comes down. Paranoia should get some big value.
Almost punished for that timing, but Jemkin was positioned forward in wide. And then he dives on the attackers. Sufat at least able to punish him for it, but I mean, 3 kills. It's more than enough for RRQ to relieve the pressure of this round 12 that could have set them to 3-9. Another opportunity. There's obviously neural theft here for YU. Should there be an appropriate corpse?
The recon goes into market, but won't really help. There's still a triple mid. Oh, X-Pharaoh.
Spike down A.
He knew what was afoot. He knew what was coming.
And there's just no time left for Sufat, pinged out as well. 12 seconds, this round is absolutely done. So RRQ, at the very least, managed to get themselves to 4 before we move on to the second half. But this was all about Wolves. Sufat with that phenomenal clutch. Now you're getting the information on main. Hit about to come in from RRQ. There's the dash in from Jemkin, wants to get to switch. Door going to be closed. YU wins the first engagement.
YU's been on a heater this game. There's no other way to put it. And he's going to continue, apparently. Crazy guy hit right between the eyes. Monya easily able to handle the Cypher. Cushy gives it a tap, but no stick. This is going to buy time for Lysor to group up here with Spring.
Lysor does have a grab net thrown out, but no connection. Monya on such low HP. At some point, they're going to have to get this spike down. Wolves are just going to bide their time until that moment actually comes in. No reason to rush.
Shock dart? Okay, Recon has just come back up for Cushy. That's probably the timing that they were waiting on. He's going to come up and attempt to plant. Lysor, Monya. Oh, he gets off the line! Oh, that hurts! Monya did too much to look at and he'll be overwhelmed! Lysor! RRQ need to find a way to generate some momentum of their own. It's his buy round that really has to be the start of all that. He's a pretty sizable grab net! Oh, juicy. The temptation, of course, I understand. A lot of guns trained on that corner direction.
It doesn't matter to play like that on a bonus round. If it connected onto Monya, that would have been a sick combo into multi-kill. They love this grab net pop flash play. Going to keep RRQ on their toes at any given time. That trap could be sprung. They pivoted all the way over towards this A side. Dark cover going to obscure the view from tree trips. Broken by Shock as well. Scaling now into the cycle. Wolves, they want to commit, they want to anchor.
Ah, why you lit up, that is perfect. Use of that Recon util. Cushy going to capitalize on his own application of the Recon in the middle of the smoke. Spring eventually will be pacified. Not before he takes his pound of flesh out of the game.
Sufat working his way through heaven, would love to accomplish getting at least a bit more damage, but it's not
love one or two more guns, Wyatt. But Lysor with the ghost.
Shadows. That kill was collected.
Okay, well, classic Spring. Tries to jump out there, get a bit of a fight. Juicy trades. Lysor here with only a Guardian to work with and completely caught by that Hunter's Fury. Xvero just wants to bust the door down now, quickly. Assume control of his A side as already the rotates coming in. Now, Sufat has the Odin.
I know exactly where you are.
Will be revealed here now by that Cypher ult.
Going to keep Wolves at bay right now. Perhaps he's just going to opt to save. Sufat would love to get a tag with this drone and someone to spam down with the Odin, but
got Jemkin.
Not going to happen. Recon, they're going to try to scale in. Time dwindling a bit.
They don't have the money for this. To risk these weapons here, they're going to go for it. Sufat here is committed, clearly. In for a penny, in for a pound, he says. Got the player inside tree, it's Jemkin who's going to show some leg here and be a little quicker on the trigger finger to boot. RRQ are clambered player to Jemkin's immediate right. Crossing here could be dangerous. Spring has dealt now with that KO properly. And in comes the Cocoon. Nice little catch off the Annihilation here. And Wolves aren't really in a great position to help Juicy out. No, Jemkin got caught. Kochi pushes in a boathouse though. Up on numbers are RRQ. But YU and Spring, high school classmates, now have to put it together. 5 years of play together. They themselves have said they are on the same wavelength. Need to bail Wolves out here.
They were just a little bit too far away in the rotate, but they catch the first on Xvero. Monya is so weak. Real opportunity to clutch things out.
Revealed there, pinged out by the neural theft. Big opening made here by YU. Cushy trying to keep Wolves at bay, but they are coming, and they've got a taste for blood. Cushy's third of the round. What a flick from YU. Nobody knows where Cushy was. It doesn't matter. 4K for the Sova, and RRQ again. Another giant step towards evening up this game.
Around, this time towards Cat, taking a hit towards Styles. Oh my god, Jemkin is in so fast right now. Controlling all the space, taking a lot of damage, and Sufat just catches him out. In the meantime, the spike is working its way up. Cat just hoping to get a fake into the sight. Sonic sensor destroyed by that shock dart. They're trying to scale in.
What a timing for Lysor!
Spike down.
Shuts RRQ down instantly. Monget can bail them out, but this has still now gotten very, very dangerous and very much out of hand. Crazy Guy's just walking away. Monget does not have that opportunity. He is in the side.
Planted.
Gets the plant down now and is hoping, praying the Crazy Guy can get there in time, but he's got a barrier in his way. He's got to break through this quickly.
He is able to do so. Has one flash to try to pop out of the smoke, give some assistance to Monyet, who's stuck in hell.
Crazy Guy taking a little bit of damage here through this dark cover down to 5. It's getting dangerous, and there it is. Why you knows?
Right up into the main. They want to get into the site. A lot of tripwires to deal with. Jumpkin over the top.
This time Sufat isn't here to spray anyone down to play off any of that side for Util. It's why you in the site. You just can't complete any kills.
He thought he had it, already made the adjustment. But he just didn't connect that headshot. Maybe if Sufat can somehow pick up one kill here, a spam kill, he'd have the Hunter's Fury, but first is the one from Cushy. Doesn't get the initial connection. There's the tag. Can he capitalize? No. Sufat just out of the way, narrowly. Do they try to go for this right now?
Might be a tough one. Monyet brought down. He was in B main. Spring is at least able to dig him out. So now there's not the risk of a backstab as Wolves try and hit the site.
They know they can just focus on the players here. Juicy wants to get down lane, peek from X-Sparrow. He's undoing, but the shot goes wide.
Now though, RRQ been forced to play onto the side, but Jimkin is waiting for them. Fangs bared, blades out, ready to throw down. Deals with Sufat as well. Headshot off the knives. And there's no more time for Wolves to get in here. Jimkin will pursue them. Blood in his eyes. Even so much that he take the clone down and perish to the blast. Back and forth now, RRQ keep it one round.
Wants to post up in B main.
Hunter's Fury as well for Wolves. Oh, they catch Monyet, and that's the controller out of the game.
In the meantime, what happened with Juicy? He tried to go for a peek in B main, or was just holding the angle, but
just straight up died. Did he leg Xfero?
Yeah, it looks like he, wall shot legged him something. Worked his way into the site.
This timing is
God,
quick.
There's no way.
Sufat, knife out.
The whip.
Xfero now needs to get busy on the site, but he knew his time was short after missing that engagement. B site is clear, but now it's handed over to A.
They feel like they just have to get in. RQ null command. Jumpkin wants to make space. Crazy Guy out in the open.
Awkward timing. Jemkin got pinged just as he jumped into that cloudburst. Lysol did fall. Cushy trying to get the res. He's trying to tease it. Spring looking for a timing. Crazy Guy's back in the game. At least secures the trade. Cushy now 1v2.
He does bait him out. Gets the door down. Wants to take the duel, but Sufat wins the engagement. Cushy does a great job of play off. Cage to dance around when the hit comes in. Jemkin over the top gen.
Cushy's going to clear hell now. Jemkin is on the side. Why you get lit? Oh, that's hurting for the defenders. Sufat though gets involved. He's on that upper side. Eventually traded out. RRQ player advantage.
Juicy flash through, but dark cover down. Do they dare find a timing to try to just pop flash out of this when the spike is going down? Now Juicy began to rotate towards tree.
This spot for Xfero is so good. Juicy's not ready for it. And that shuts down any chance of a split flood for the defenders. Spring found Jemkin, just picked him up out of nowhere, and Monyet spraying through the floorboards. They had to clear it manually, and now this push through market, there's a belated approach for Xfero here in B main, and Juicy's definitely expecting it with the cyber cage up and on the side. Here come RRQ, Juicy's only got a short window, he's found two, dimensional drift, he's gonna see it all, and crucially get out alive. Sufat locks it down on the side, and RRQ collapsing in a screaming heap. Sufat tries to finish the job, but there's the annihilation. Straight into the spider's lair, RRQ wonder, and it's Wolves' map pick. Do they start with a win on your feet, hands together?
Down, allowing you to still obscure some of those dangerous angles. Speaking of dangerous Wolves, all the way pushing out to B.
All right, ends up being a 2-for-2, Lifestorm, able to double down. Ah, yes, a good old classic clash of forces at the start of the pistol. Sufat is fortunately not able to draw a bead on Xfero on his own.
It's a full commitment from Lysol, a very experienced player on this team. Time is dwindling so low. Pressure right now gets his.
Takes a shot down to start with, but at least is able to find a 1-for-1. Dizzy out on the side. It's Jemkin. Vulnerable down to 47. Sees the wingman coming. He gets to see his breakfast the second time. 3 for Spring in that round. Wolves finally able to slow time B.
They are taking the time, or Wolves going to try to flood when this recon. Dizzy comes through as well. Why you on the duel? But Jemkin, first blood.
And that position, Jemkin knows he gets a straight up 1v1 if it's only an individual player at Boiler, but Spring picks him off eventually. Viper's pit in the post plant. No Gecko to clear this either.
Cover going out.
No lockdown to force the attackers out of it. That's all because Monyet got started so early.
No real utility at all for Wolves. It's going to come down to finding a timing in this pit, trying to root Monyet out.
Juicy assumes the position and Heaven side, but doesn't quite have the chance for making the shot. Crazy guy makes it count. Monyet inside the pit there with the shorty. Direction, and it is going to open a window for RRQ to probe the map elsewhere.
Trying to make them think that they're going for the iconic Jing play, but it's not going to happen. And even further is Jemkin trying to sell his presence on A. There are rotates being drawn over there, and now that's why you just be caught in the open. It's not even a trade. You can't find one.
Okay, that off for Juicy. Had to find some value this round, and so it does. There will still be a plant, though, as Monyet just disrespects the poison orb. Doesn't quite mind if he decays down. He gets his job done.
Maybe Jemkin hoping to find a timing where he can get top two, pick up that angle. Now just going to rotate back to B main, meet up with the rest of the pack. Juicy pressuring back yellow. Here comes that Hunter's Fury. Has to take out the lockdown.
He knows where Xferu has to stand in theory in the back corner, but Xferu is able to win it out.
Standing.
Unclear how he manages to pull that off. But either way, it's backbreaking for Wolves to suffer that double there. Lockdown committed by Lysor, no result for the defenders. Arak.
The lockdown off, get the free sight, wipe the wall up. Easy plant, play for the post plant, but a couple significant initiator ultimates that Wolves will have to make a real go at this retake.
The plan for YU. Okay, Juicy's able to pick Monyet off. Xferu's tucked here. Juicy suspects it, but he's been showing barrel this entire time. Subspan through the walls, in fact gives himself away, but Xferu wants a bit more of it towards the snowman direction. This time though, Wolves finding some success in his post plant, ping on Crazy Guy now, and he's going to have to face the music. Eventually, Wolves going to come to collect. And already that defuse gets started, YU pushes on up.
This is looking quite disastrous for RRQ. They're trying to now just slowly creep into this A site. Spring is hungry for more, but shut down by Jemkin. Opportunity to get in. It's going to be difficult to plant, perhaps. These mollies going to keep them at bay. Wolves are not fully buying it. They haven't rotated too quickly over. So it's not like they can flood in or really pressure off of this plant. So RRQ have a fair shot here. Again, I keep repeating myself, but it's these ultimates from Wolves. This Thrash should be able to clear out anyone close, but my eyes are on Xferu. He wants to be the X Factor. He's working his way up mid on this flank.
Tilfat's watching for it though. I don't think Xferu has the timing here he was hoping for. There's a Thrash. Then there's a player on 4-10. They drop down. Jemkin in the sight though. He's fighting for his life. Lysor is headshot and Cushy on the move up. Catches out YU now. We're down to 2 players for Wolves and they've got to make something happen. Hunter's Fury collects nothing. Tucked in Cushy. Juicy from above descends on him. Shorty claims him. And now Jemkin doesn't have the line, he doesn't have a shot on the spike. Gets rid of Juicy, but Sufat is on there! And is able to just win it out. Time is on their side! 0.09 seconds! And Wolves get a crucial 3rd round! So you can't swing off that.
Right here.
He does actually send out the drone to re-clear tube, doesn't spot anyone, doesn't see anyone going under tube. Juicy will now have an opportunity to open this round up. Drone is not going to spot him.
This is dangerous, very dangerous for Juicy. He is in the lion's den, and he's just having to get out somehow. Low is YU. Monyet runs into him. Here's a burst of pace from RRQ, and Juicy at 8 health still is having to lock it down. It's Jemkin taken out of the game. Juicy knows he's going to get pushed around a corner, and Kushik does finally fell him. RRQ have found the opening they need, and Monyet has a timing from upper. It's on Lysor. Passively watching mid for much of the round. He's got a sixth sense about that mid push, but the timing doesn't favor him. He still wins it out. 16 points of health. And Lysor is in a 1 versus 1 against Cushy.
That is a brutal whiff. Does Cushy just want to swing out? Does he want to take a timing right now?
Lysor sees him coming. And unfortunately, he's not fast enough to stop him. Has enough to get full armor as well, so why not?
RRQ taking a lot of early space on A on account of that drone being used, hoping that the shock darts will clear out some of the mollies that have really been keeping RRQ at bay while executing. And those shock darts do just that.
So there's enough time for Xferu to plant here and walk away with that lockdown intact. That's going to be destroyed. Monyet pushes up, gets rid of it. Viper's Pit now going to be thrown out. This is going to deny Boiler away for the defenders for the time being.
Second lockdown as well is going to waste so much time for Wolves. You can see the benefit of having the Omen there. The fact that you can cover up that choke on screens. Monya could run forward, deal with that. But now I'm looking at the double flank from Wolves. Super aware. What is this teleport from Crazy Guy, man?
The deck stacked against Wolves here, but they're able to find a way in. YU's found his second. Cushy can't quite hold the line. It's going to be Spring who finds the trade. Now on the side of the Bladestorm, it's Juicy. He's looking for more, and I can't believe it. Deck might have been stacked against them, but Wolves draw a Joker.
Pushing down just a bit to collect that orb on the A side. It's a patient Wolves working forward off this wall. Drone to clear out everything close. Have to be concerned that Jemkin could be tucked somewhere. Spotted out on pipes. Wolves, they want to accelerate, but there are 3 players from RRQ, and they're looking intentional with anchoring. They want to fight.
He got cleared. Here's Juicy though from Dice. Good little headshot to get him opened up. The Crazy Guy found 2. It doesn't matter. Wolves have the numbers to overwhelm RRQ with some great openers. Should be in a position now to stick the landing. It's on Monyet.
Just look at the death markers there. Everyone from RRQ wanted to flood in, but Wolves winning out the duels.
They're never going to chance to really flood adequately off that rafter position. The pace from Wolves had them really still on the starter's mark when they had to fight.
Wolves would love for Juicy to find an opening pick. Just play slow around him.
It's got to be a headshot though.
Why you spotted out. A little bit of damage.
Oh, he got softened up from that first engagement, so Juicy does get the one shot on him.
But here, what's the move? Spring, Lysor, working mid. They activate that alarm bot, and then they just peel back. A minute on the clock. Wolves posted up outside of A, waiting for that dark cover to drop. Crazy Guy is going to be playing with a lot of one-ways, giving his team something to work off of.
Pushing out of some pressure now. Just flattened by Dizzy. Couldn't see a damn thing. Juicy's actually opted to take up the Guardian here. They'll be on this A side. Look how meticulous they are. Also, the push-up tube might be illuminating for Lysor.
Again,
30 seconds left.
Just this team taking their time. RRQ want to get in there, letting the wingman get the spike down. Lysor just chilling on the flank, doesn't even need to be
for free. The turret's not there to see him out. There was no way Crazy Guy was going to be ready for that walk up mid. Is that it? Top. They're almost guaranteed a plant here.
Yeah, now that the
30
wall
seconds left.
goes up, Crazy Guy has no opportunity to try to take an engagement from Snowman, but does eventually have to drop. 20 seconds now. Wants to swing out, but RRQ, they're just so spread across the map that it doesn't give anyone an opportunity to get too active. They have to go for a full retake. Cushy has the Hunter Sphere. That's the best tool that they've got available right now.
Going to help them clear yellow, potentially. They're already pinging over in that direction. Juicy in on the side. That's troublesome for Monyet. There it is. Okay, so Spring is picked up, and that also turns off the Viper Wall for later. Juicy now knows he's going to get multi-swung on this corner. It's getting a little bit close. Oh, no! It's a disaster for RRQ. And Cushy now just steps up to the side and knows he's virtually cooked here. Gets it to half. Has to fight for his life. One more tap and he'll have it. Sufat doesn't give him the full kit and caboodle, though. He won't give him an inch. Ice cold is Sufat.
Just keep playing it slow. Wait for this thrash. Here we go. Now it's on.
YU sees the Omen TP away, spots 2 players in Raft and knows that's probably enough to be going on with. It's Juicy into Nest. Crazy Guy doesn't have a chance to get eyes on him now. Juicy appears out of nowhere in the low ground. And Jemkin was forced off the site with his op. Desperately trying to get this weapon in his hands. And he's put it to use against Spring, but he remains on the outside looking in. And now Juicy is not done! Cutting a bloody swap through all of RRQ, such that Monyet at 5 health. He's got no business even trying to win the round for his team. RRQ are going to drop it.
Unreal. Crazy Guy forced back by the Dizzy, and it's Juicy over top again.
And it's on Jemkin. The first kill architect for RRQ, the star player, already silenced. Nothing's going right for this #1 squad from APAC.
And it seems like we're just going to go back to the same recipe for success from Wolves. They're slowing it down outside of A. Patience. Allow RRQ to make a mistake and then swing over the top. There's the Dizzy. Juicy kept at bay temporarily.
Good patience. Pinged down by the recon Bolton. Doesn't want to try and push the issue, but Cushy's already out of the picture. Sufat is chilling on the nano swarm. Wants to get that space. YU coming forward and now it's getting a little bit sloppy. Monyet and Xfero, last 2 standing.
One enemy remaining.
And it's all on Xfero to keep RRQ in the upper bracket. They don't know he's here. Sufat down on the timing. This will have Lysor's head on a swivel though. Turret to play with. All of his util at his disposal. Can Xfero solve the puzzle? Around the corner, Lysor and Juicy doubled up. Juicy in a position to trade should Lysor get information on Xfero's spot. He's on the move! And RRQ trying to run with the Wolves! Left in their dust!